Think you knew the golden age of Hollywood. The shimmering weddings of your favorite silver screen icons were actually tragic studio-engineered lies designed to hide their true selves. Behind the glamour lay heartbreaking Lavender marriages, a high-stakes game of survival off-screen. Join us as we reveal the untold secrets of icons like Rock Hudson and Cary Grant. Subscribe now so you never miss these fascinating, forgotten stories. Rock Hudson and Phyllis Gates, the price of fame in Hollywood's golden era. In the shimmering 1950s, Rock Hudson was the quintessential American heartthrob, the tall, dark, and impossibly handsome ideal of every silver screen romance. Yet behind that million-dollar smile lay a truth Hollywood wasn't ready to accept. In 1955, as whispers of his homosexuality threatened to derail his soaring career, Universal Studios engineered the ultimate damage control, a rushed Lavender marriage to Phyllis Gates, his agent's secretary. While Gates later insisted in her memoir that she was entirely heart-blinded, Tinseltown insiders long suspected she knew the unspoken rules of the game. The studio-crafted bliss unraveled after just 3 years, ending in a quiet 1958 divorce. The charade saved Hudson's box office bankability, but it forced him to live a double life, loving men in secret while flashing dashing smiles for magazine covers. The tragic final act came in 1985 when Hudson became the first major cultural icon to publicly battle AIDS, passing away at just 59. Gates carried her side of the story to the grave 2 decades later. For those who remember saving ticket stubs for his Friday night matinees, their story is far more than vintage studio gossip. It stands as a poignant reminder of a bygone, less forgiving era and the agonizing price screen legends paid to shine when living authentically meant sacrificing everything. Cary Grant and Barbara Hutton, high society Hollywood, and cash and carry. In the star-studded 1940s, Cary Grant was the undisputed king of suave sophistication. Yet when he wed Woolworth heiress Barbara Hutton in 1942, the press smelled a calculated publicity stunt. Grant had already spent years dodging relentless whispers about his cozy domestic setup with actor Randolph Scott, and a high-society marriage provided the perfect distraction. Hutton, the tabloid-dubbed "poor little rich girl," was reeling from another failed marriage and reportedly welcomed a union with few romantic demands. The press mockingly labeled them cash and carry, but Grant silenced skeptics by refusing a single dime of her vast fortune through a strict prenup. Still, the arrangement felt far more transactional than passionate unraveling after just 3 years. After their 1945 divorce, Hutton's tragic search for love continued, while Grant, who would marry 5 times throughout his life, effortlessly maintained his dashing public image while quietly preserving deep male friendships for decades. Unlike stars crushed by Hollywood's rigid rules, Grant brilliantly used the studio system as a shield, deflecting tabloid scrutiny onto Hutton's wealth rather than his private life. Grant passed away in 1986 at 82 and Hutton in 1979 at 66. For fans who grew up watching his effortless charm on the big screen, their saga remains a masterclass in Hollywood survival, a testament to a time when protecting one's true self required playing the ultimate role off-screen. Judy Garland and Vincente Minnelli, rainbow shadows in Hollywood royalty. In the mid-1940s, Judy Garland was MGM's most beloved yet fragile treasure. While filming the classic Meet Me in St. Louis, where she famously sang "Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas," she fell deeply for her brilliant director Vincente Minnelli. When they wed in 1945, the public was spellbound, but Tinseltown whispered. Minnelli, famed for his eye for cinematic beauty, had lived openly as a gay man in New York's theater scene before arriving in a far more repressive Hollywood. Their union brought forth Hollywood royalty, Liza Minnelli, born in 1946. While fans saw the newborn as proof of a fairy tale romance, insiders viewed the marriage as an unspoken arrangement to shield Minnelli's career. Tragically, the illusion dissolved behind closed doors. Garland, already battling severe studio-fueled prescription addictions, was heartbroken by the reality of her husband's private life. The marriage unraveled into divorce in 1951 after 6 turbulent years. Minnelli would marry 3 more times, maintaining strict discretion until his death in 1986 at age 83. Garland's radiant yet tragic life ended far too soon in 1969 at just 47. Decades later, Liza Minnelli tenderly defended her father, acknowledging the painful compromise he had to make. For fans who grew up singing along with Judy, their story remains a bittersweet chapter of cinema history. A painful look at 2 extraordinary artists forced to sacrifice personal truth for the magic of the movies. Cesar Romero Tinseltown's dashing rebel and forever bachelor. To classic television and cinema enthusiasts, Cesar Romero was the epitome of suave old Hollywood charm. Long before achieving pop culture immortality as the cackling, painted-mustache Joker in the 1960s Batman series, Romero was the silver screen's premier Latin lover, starring in gems like Thin Man Goes Home. Yet while his contemporaries scrambled into frantic Lavender marriages to shield their public image, Romero pulled off Tinseltown's greatest magic trick: he simply never married at all. Major studios constantly pressured him to settle down, arranging high-profile publicity dates with glamorous starlets like Joan Crawford and Jane Wyman. Romero gracefully played along, flashing his brilliant million-dollar smile for the cameras, before quietly retreating to his private life. Behind closed doors, he maintained a deeply guarded, long-term relationship with a male partner. By refusing to enter a sham marriage, Romero staged a quiet yet brilliant rebellion against Hollywood's rigid machinery. His clever strategy paid off, keeping him continuously working from the golden age of the 1930s all the way into the 1990s without ever succumbing to tabloid scandal. Romero passed away on New Year's Day in 1994 at age 86. For fans who fondly remember his endless charisma and iconic laugh, his legacy isn't just about his memorable roles. It stands as a testament to a man who navigated a ruthless studio system entirely on his own terms, proving that true elegance is staying devoted to oneself. Barbara Stanwyck and Robert Taylor. Hollywood power and studio secrets. In the dazzling 1930s, Barbara Stanwyck and Robert Taylor were Tinseltown royalty. Yet when they exchanged vows in 1939, Hollywood's rumor mill spun into overdrive. Taylor, MGM's strikingly handsome leading man, fought persistent whispers about his private life with men. Meanwhile, Stanwyck, the fiercely independent queen of film noir, raised eyebrows with her intensely private bond with Joan Crawford. Fearing a box office scandal, MGM chief Louis B. Mayer reportedly orchestrated their marriage as the ultimate public relations shield, a classic Lavender union crafted to reassure a conservative public. Behind closed doors, however, genuine warmth was scarce. For 12 years, studio insiders viewed them less as passionate lovers and more as polite roommates sharing a gilded cage. Their 1951 separation marked the end of the grand facade. Taylor later remarried while Stanwyck remained single, surrounded by a tight-knit circle of trusted female friends. In keeping with the strict unwritten rules of their generation, both kept their secrets guarded to the end. Taylor passed away in 1969 at 57, and Stanwyck in 1990 at 82. For moviegoers who remember Stanwyck's steel-willed presence on the big screen, their union remains a stark reminder of classic Hollywood's hidden costs. It stands as a testament to an era when studio moguls pulled the strings and screen icons did whatever survival demanded to keep the cinematic dream alive. Agnes Moorehead, the fierce legend behind the screen. To classic television lovers who remember the golden era, Agnes Moorehead was an absolute force. Long before achieving TV immortality as the sharp-tongued Endora on Bewitched, Moorehead was a powerhouse radio and film actress who earned 4 Academy Award nominations. Yet behind her formidable presence lay a fiercely guarded private life. In 1954, Moorehead married her second husband, actor Robert Gist. The union lasted just 4 years before dissolving in 1958. To Tinseltown insiders, the marriage was widely whispered to be a shield of respectability, as Moorhead's most devoted bonds were with women, most notably her close companion, Debbie Reynolds. In an era when exposure meant career ruin, Moorhead fought rumors with icy, terrifying fury, threatening lawsuits against anyone daring to question her personal life. She demanded total control over her narrative, maintaining an impeccably polished public image while colleagues quietly acknowledged the misdirection. Tragically, her life cut short when she passed away from uterine cancer in April 1974 at age 73. For fans who fondly recall her commanding presence and magical flair on Bewitched, Moorhead's story is far more than vintage studio intrigue. It remains a poignant reminder of the incredible fortitude required by legendary women of her era, paying a steep emotional price off-screen to rule the screen on their own uncompromising terms. Charles Laughton and Elsa Lanchester, a triumph of loyalty in old Hollywood. In classic cinema's golden era, Charles Laughton and Elsa Lanchester stood out as two of Hollywood's most brilliant British imports. When they wed in 1929, they began what would become one of Tinseltown's most unique, enduring bonds. Laughton, a powerhouse actor who won an Oscar for The Private Life of Henry VIII, struggled with his sexuality, once sorrowfully referring to his inner conflict as his greatest grief. Lanchester, immortalized as the haunting bride of Frankenstein, was a fiercely independent spirit. She later revealed she learned of Laughton's attraction to men early in their marriage, willingly choosing deep companionship over traditional romance. Unlike studio-engineered Lavender marriages built purely for public relations, theirs was anchored by genuine devotion, mutual respect, and shared artistic passion. They remained steadfast partners for 33 years until Laughton's passing from cancer in December 1962 at age 63. Lanchester continued her remarkable career, releasing a candid, affectionate memoir in 1983, before passing away in December 1986 at 84. For film buffs who remember Laughton's thunderous screen presence and Lanchester's unforgettable charm, their story isn't a tragic tale of Hollywood deceit. Instead, it stands as a heartwarming testament to true loyalty, a reminder that in a studio system obsessed with rigid appearances, two eccentric legends created a lasting sanctuary of unconditional love. Janet Gaynor and Gilbert, Adrian Hollywood pioneers and creative souls. In the glamorous twilight of 1930s cinema, Janet Gaynor and Gilbert Adrian epitomized Hollywood elegance. When they wed in 1939, Tinseltown's elite recognized a masterpiece of unspoken understanding. Gaynor, history's very first Best Actress Oscar winner, captured hearts as cinema's ultimate sweetheart while quietly loving women. Adrian, MGM's couture genius, who dressed icons like Greta Garbo and Joan Crawford, was equally known in studio circles for his private life with men. Their union delighted an adoring public while giving both artists the ultimate shield to pursue their brilliant careers. Yet far from a cold business arrangement, their life together was built on genuine affection, creative harmony, and mutual respect. They shared a peaceful home, maintained separate living quarters, and raised a beloved son, Robin, born in 1940. Their compassionate partnership endured for 20 years until Adrian's sudden passing from a heart attack in 1959. Gaynor later remarried before passing away in 1984 at age 77, leaving behind an extraordinary cinematic legacy. For moviegoers who remember the timeless magic of early Hollywood, Gaynor and Adrian's story isn't just about surviving studio-era pressures. It remains a poignant, heartwarming testament to two creative visionaries who found sanctuary in each other, proving that love, devotion, and family can take many beautiful forms beyond traditional conventions. Thank you for watching today's video. If you find the content interesting or useful, don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss the latest videos. Your support is the biggest motivation for us to continue creating better quality content every day. What do you think about today's topic? Leave a comment below so we can discuss it together. See you in the next video. Have a great day.